everyone is always speculating how old Jake Paul's audience really is, and his consistent controversy and time in the spotlight only adds to this. I'm going to break down this question, but first, leave a comment describing Jake Paul's boxing career in one word: don't hold back. If you use tools to check his analytics, the first problem is that you can't legally capture information on anyone younger than 13 unless you're breaking the law. So there's all these social media analysis tools that can analyze your YouTube channel, your Twitter, your Instagram. They can be an issue here. And of course, even when you're 8 years old and you sign up to YouTube, who isn't falsely ticking the I'm of age button? I know a few websites that I did that for when I was 18, but I'm not going to mention them here.
I thought it was sexy, okay?
Man, I wanted to see the bed that I was made on!
I just learned about their most romantic moment.
Both Jake and Logan Paul are often stating that their fans are much older than the internet says they are, and it's obvious in their videos that they're trying to show that when they have clips with their fans. So, as we all know, Jake is an American YouTuber whose rise to fame began on Vine. He became famous for his outrageous pranks and vlogs. Nowadays, Jake's career involves pretty much everything. He's doing a lot, but not all of it 100% well just yet.
We was hanging off Parkway. How the fuck we on Park South? This quarter mile of my driveway. Got money coming in 5-way.
From music to boxing, acting, creating content for YouTube, and like most celebrities, a string of controversies. With all this, he's been able to gain a pretty large audience, and let's take a look at how old that audience really is.
Hi there!
By the time Jake was 20, he had become a multi-millionaire, and it was his young age and fortune that gave him the platform to kind of create any wild content that he thought about. And he was always looking for that clickbait and shock value for the videos, which was arguably targeting a younger audience. In one incredibly exciting vlog, Jake successfully got past the White House security during a media event and he camped in the toilet.
I'm gonna have to act like I'm going to the bathroom for a while. Everyone's leaving right in 15 minutes, and then it's just gonna be me.
This was the sort of content that Jake Paul releases on his channel, and it's arguably appropriate for teenagers and older children, right? That's who it's appropriate for, but not necessarily who he's targeting. In an interview, Jake has previously said that his target audience is between the ages of 8 to 16.
Who is your audience? Who do you make your videos for?
Yeah, my audience is definitely younger. I'd say it's like 8 years old to like 16 years old.
However, we've noticed a trend in some of his earlier vlogs where he used kids less than 8 years old and babies to advertise his merch.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. Hi. Sure.
This hints that Jake might actually be targeting and knowingly targeting children younger than 8 years old despite his content. Also, it's very obvious in random videos that surface online, it seems as though the majority of his fans are actually younger.
It's your birthday.
And you're turning 5.
And you're turning 5 years old.
One part that makes it very obvious that Jake's audience is younger is that earlier in his career, it was announced that Jake would be starring as Dirk in Bizaardvark.
Sorry, Kirk, but thanks to Paige, I'm not doing dangerous dares anymore. Only safe ones.
This was the role he was expected to play that fits his persona exactly, which was a popular internet personality on the comedic Disney series.
What up, Dareheads and Ameliacs? I'm here with my collab partner, Amelia.
And we're gonna do some intense dares I cooked up.
Disney being the key part here, and I'll break this down in 2 seconds, but essentially, this work with Disney was contributing a lot to his popularity. It also gave him the dollar bills he needed to move his career forward to the next level. Now, unfortunately, he was let go after 2 years with different complaints of his wild behavior, but from this, Jake's fanbase grew substantially from Disney, and it was obvious because there were several complaints from his neighbors about his fans camping outside his residence just to get a glimpse of him. Most of these fans, as expected, are little boys and girls. Now, why is this so key? Well, because Disney, who hired him, would have obviously known that this would target their ideal young demographic. In various industry documents, it is shown that Disney's known target audience is 4 to 12-year-old boys and girls, and that they reach approximately 25 million kids back in 2010, which has obviously grown since then.
And Henderson made it to his daughter's wedding. He walked her down that aisle, threw his Nobel Peace Prize into the ocean, and said, "No,
I do.
Disney hired Jake because they knew his audience was young and they could make money off of him. Then this new audience that Jake gained was also kids aged 4 to 12 that watched Disney, further confirming this younger age.
Hey sport, to get you over your fear of turtles, we're gonna relive the moment where it all started.
Whoa. Who's that?
To further this, Jake's older brother Logan Paul, the other half of the Paul brothers, has said in an interview that he wishes his fans were older and he doesn't really dig the teens and tweens that come along to take pictures when he goes for meet and greets. Of course, with the similarities in their content and career, it isn't far-fetched to assume that Jake would also want older fans, or at least fans that aren't literally babies. Now, of course, this is some time ago and things have moved forward, but it doesn't show that these people would have aged that much from 4 years old to maybe 7. These days, Jake is focusing much more on becoming a pro boxer and with his music, right? And this will evidently give him the fans that he actually desires if he is able to excel at boxing. So far, Jake is off to a pretty decent start with this, and remember to comment your one-word description of Jake's boxing career below. Now that his boxing has kicked off, we can see that his audience may start to become older, as instead of Disney bringing him new fans, he's now capturing these new fans of much older people like Mike Tyson by being associated with him, which is very strategic. His music also might be doing the same, as the lyrics aren't necessarily going to resonate with 10-year-olds as they can't relate to what he's talking about.
We ain't really with the politics. Dropped out and got a lot of M's. Could've went and got a scholarship with that bread I spent on that Prada bitch.
Now, I want to know your thoughts. Subscribe and let me know what you think Jake's audience will be in terms of age in 5 years. Or will there be no audience because it's not relevant? Thanks for watching. New video on screen right now. I'll see you there.